Right, hey, what's going on everyone, it's Weston here. So today we've got the review of the Simple Audio Go Bluetooth speaker. Now, first impressions were really great of this speaker. I love the design and the build and stuff like that. But as I've got to use it, I've found a couple of problems, so I'll come to that later on in the review. But to kick the review off in usual fashion, we're going to talk design. It's a very simple design, like the namesake, but I really quite like it. I mean, I like the sort of subdued styling. So in that respect, it's really nice. So you can see you've got the Simple Audio logo on the front and a metal grille, and that's pretty much it. So then you've got a gloss black surround, you can just see there, which separates that to the soft touch black, which is a matte finish. Then on the top, you've got your buttons, which is finished in a gloss black, which you can see picks up a lot of dirt and oil from your fingers, as does the back as well. I mean, you can see I have cleaned this as well, by the way, and this is just from handling it now. It does pick up a lot of dirt and a lot of oil, so that's pretty much the same. It is pretty easy to clean, but it is very easy to get dirty as well. And because it's so small, I mean, it really is small. It's one of those speakers that you handle a lot. So you would have think they'd have come up with a different finish on it that wouldn't attract as much dirt as what it does. Right, so now we're going to talk about the speaker's build quality. And because it's a portable speaker and it is very, very portable, it needs to be well made, just because in case there is any accidental drops or knocks. So you've got a full, really well made metal grille at the front, which is going to protect your drivers. Then the rest of the construction is a rigid plastic, really good quality, really solid feeling speaker. It's got a fair amount of weight to it as well, which is reassuring. The buttons, nice and tactile, good feedback on them. A nice click as well, which I like, but very nice. The only disappointment really is the on-off switch at the back feels a little bit cheap, because the speaker isn't that cheap. Your USB and your line in is pretty decent. I mean, there is a little bit, there's a few rough edges around your line in and around your USB, but I've not had any problems with it. But it just looks a little bit, I wouldn't say tacky, it's just a little bit of a shame that it's not more clean like the rest of the design. Now we're going to talk features. So this particular speaker has a blue LED at the front, which flashes continuously, which is quite irritating, to be honest. So in terms of features, you've got two drivers at the front and a passive radiator at the bottom. You've got a couple of feet there which are a bit sticky, so you've got good grip, and they do provide a little bit of isolation when you're playing it as well. So it has Bluetooth, and then on the top you've got your volume up and down, your play pause in the middle. And I've already shown you the connections and stuff around the back. So in terms of price, it's not really the most feature packed of speakers, which is a shame because I think it could have done with NFC. That would have been a nice addition at this price, considering there's other speakers now with much more features costing the same. So in terms of connectivity, like I've mentioned already, it's got Bluetooth. The connection's been pretty seamless with Bluetooth. It pairs really fast. The connection's pretty stable as long as you don't put too many walls in between. It's not got the best range, I've noticed as well. Like the Minx Audio Go, what I tested, I mean, you could get really far away from that and it wouldn't distort. This one, however, it wasn't the same. I found during testing it cut out a little bit and there was a little bit of distortion when I did the same test. That's what I've learned from the experience. So that's not one of its strongest points. Now to the actual sound quality of this speaker. Now it's got a pretty nifty trick up its sleeve. So when you place it on a surface, it sort of uses the surface to lift the bass, which is pretty cool, but only if the surface is flat. So if you put this on an uneven surface, the sound waves are just going to get shot everywhere. So if you're using this and you want the better bass from it, you need to put it on a flat surface. So speaking of the bass, I found in a room my size, which is a pretty large room, it's not got enough oomph to fill the room with a convincing sound. However, put it in a smaller room and it's much better. The bass increases and you can hear the mid-range and stuff better. But in a large room, and outside as well, which is where this speaker is supposed to be taken, it's not really that great. I found the bass a little weak and a bit lackluster. The mid-range is actually probably the best part of the sound, which includes your vocals and stuff like that. Vocals sound really nice, really natural. Got a fair amount of detail to them, which is good. All your instruments and stuff are easily distinguished, and they sound pretty nice. Not the most realistic sounding I've ever heard, but pretty good. And the high frequencies, again, really well produced. And so overall, it's a good sound, but I have heard better at this price range.
This love that you never started, you once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have and take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have and take us to the edge and back.
So the good points really of this speaker are it's so small, so portable, light enough to take with you. It comes with a carry case so you can pop it in your bag and not have to worry about it. Battery life isn't that great neither. I got close to the recommended, which I'll leave all the information about the battery test and stuff down in the description. So the speaker, it's got its good points, it's got its bad points, but personally there is much better for the money. I mean, I've just got the Sony SRS X2 in for review, and that's got many more features than this. I don't know what it sounds like yet because I've not tested it, but it's looking pretty promising, whereas this one is a little bit of a letdown. Right guys, that has been it for this review. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.